want to be away from that Facebook because they're always getting put in Facebook jail. People reporting their photos and just.
I'm in Facebook jail again.
She's in Facebook jail, John. How does this happen?
I don't know. This is one of the most pure heart people I've ever met in my life. I'm trying to figure out how she does anything to get in Facebook jail. I mean, have you seen some of the bad humor I put on Facebook? Yeah, you can see me getting put in Facebook jail, not because I'm like terrible or anything, but I do have a little bit of a warped sense of humor on some stuff.
You must have missed that picture that somebody sent there and reported. All I did was I was holding a kitten on my chest, and my shirt might have been just a little bit too low, and I said Facebook was for boobs and pussy, and then you had to open up the continued reading to say cat, where your mind, and somebody reported it.
Somebody reported it. That is amazing.
There's probably somebody that, like, follow the New Era podcast, because that's horrible. You're a heathen. My gosh, you harlot. You should go to church right now and repent.
I'll just
praise the Lord, yes.
Come to Jesus' place instead of church.
Well, he's a different kind of God, but he needs to get like the JBL music and be like, dun, 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 dun. I am a radio god.
Oh God! Imagine.
They'd have fun with that. So.
You know what was funny, and why do I let people set me up for these kind of things? But
because you like drama.
Now, of course, you can ask Brittany. She will back me up. I don't like drama. Here's the deal. Liar. Drama's right here, and I'm right here. I run that way. I do this.
Whatever, Jiggy.
I run away.
I've got a size 32 waist, Jiggy, so.
Getting jiggy with it.
Jiggy's trying to sit there and use Slade from the 80s and the thing there.
I want nothing to do with drama. No.
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry.
Jay's over there choking. Let me get her some oxygen.
Yes, please.
Now, I've
what was that now? You said no drama. What was that thing with XWE? What?
Oh.
Okay, and then what else do I need to, like, just point out really easily? Like, right there, right there, right there. Now, do I help you with the creating drama and make it worse for you? Oh, yes.
Here, let's not poke the bear. Oh, maybe just a little,
Okay, Jiggy, you've seen some wrestling shows in the last, like, few months and stuff.
Yes.
Do you think the last one that was just done for Taz in Hoisington was one of the smoothest?
Yes. One of the smoothest things I've ever seen.
Let's hope that happens here in Hutch.
Let's hope.
Maybe Dan will let me go around and tell everybody beforehand what's going to happen, and then that way he doesn't have to worry. No, I mean, that was the best thing, because he was just like, oh, hey, what's going on? Hey, we'll get him on. I've already talked to everybody. He's like, oh, cool. And he was just all of a sudden like, because unlike me, he's a nice dude like that, and he's brilliant like that, but sometimes he lets people like Lenny, just kidding, talk him into certain things, and I just went around and told them I just pretended like they were my employees at work, and I was like, yeah, no, this is what you're gonna do, okay? Thanks, bye. Yeah.
That is fantastic.
Well, it's exactly what Dan wanted on all that. And it was just like, that way they didn't sit and go, hey, da-da-da, because he had a match on his mind, and all that other stuff. All those guys were fantastic. I couldn't have asked for a better group of guys that time.
Let's see, can I
Notice how I'm keeping my mouth shut. I'm staying out of the wrestling drama.
I wonder.
I'm complimenting all those guys. I mean, all those guys did great. Like the last few shows I've been to, it doesn't matter whose, all of them have been really good.
Let's see if he picks up the phone here. I doubt he will. Oh, there he is. Holy crap, I think he picked up. I think he picked up the phone.
Are you serious?
Who?
Are you serious?
I think the legend just picked up the...
Oh my god, 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 oh my god.
Okay, what's going on?
Hold on.
You have to know OVW history from...
I don't.
Okay, that's what I'm saying, so...
Wait a second.
I just like their muscles.
He's sitting there. It's connected, but I haven't heard anything.
Can't hear me.
Oh, there he is. I kind of halfway hear him.
halfway hear me.
Oh.
There you are.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes. We are being joined. This is great.
Oh my God, Mr. Starmaker, I am one of your hugest fans. I mean, hugest fans. He told me he interviewed you once, and I've been bugging him to get you back on. Oh my God, this guy is so cool.
I just like hearing. I don't know who he is, but I like his voice.
Okay.
Apparently this thing is sponsored by Disney because I think Mickey Mouse and Pluto are running things over on your side.
Starmaker Bolin joining us on Skype. Starmaker Bolin. He is the king of podcasts. He is the king of...
he is the king of wrestling managers, wrestling agents, whatever you want to call him. This guy is freaking phenomenal. I am such a complete mark for you, Mr. Bolin.
Probably getting feedback galore. I had to turn the volume down. Because I got you on speakers, and I...
Sorry.
Unless we redid this, I would have to...
Hey, that's fine. I can hang up and call you back.
You know what? Why don't you give me... So we do this right. Why don't you give me 5 minutes, let me redo the settings so I can have you all on headphones, and that way you won't get the feedback, and we should be sounding a little better. And when we get done with this thing, reach in your goddamn pockets and send some money down here to me and order these Bolin Media mics so you sound as good as I do.
We will hang up and call the Starmaker back.
I'm on this radio show.
We will hang up and call the Starmaker back, let him get some adjustments made. We'll be right back.
Let me make some adjustments.
We'll be right back with Kenny Bolin, the Starmaker, the biggest star of them all. Forget about what you heard.
Oh my God,
I'm friends with him on one account.
Explain to Jay who Starmaker Bolin is.
Okay, Danny Davis, who is a big-time wrestler in Memphis in the Southeast for Continental and everything. He wrestles one of the Masked Nightmares. Got started in the business as a manager to Wayne Ferris and Larry Latham, and Wayne Ferris went on to be the Honky Tonk Man.
Honky Tonk Man.
And Larry Latham went on to be one of the Moondogs. And Wayne Ferris is like a legitimate first cousin of Jerry the King Lawler. Okay, well, Danny Davis ended up, getting out of like kind of the major promotion stuff, and he started his own little thing in the area where he grew up in Indiana, like southern Indiana, Louisville. Well, Jim Cornette bought in, and Jim Cornette and Kenny Bolin, who was just on the air, were like best buddies since they were young. And Kenny's done some stuff on air for the old Lawler promotion out of Memphis and things. I think he did a little stuff with Nick Goulas from the old days in Nashville. But Bolin was the main heel for Ohio Valley Wrestling, which didn't start out as the feeder league for WWE, but turned into the developmental in the early stages when they did stuff for the NXT and all that. And guys like Batista, John Cena, Randy Orton, the world's greatest tag team, Charlie Haas, Shelton Benjamin, Brock Lesnar, all of them went through OVW. And at one time or the other, anybody that they were on the heel was managed by Kenny Bolin. And then Kenny decided they used him as a TV personality on the commentary.
Here comes Kenny Bolin.
And he was just like over like Rover. There was nobody that was as entertaining as him.
Okay, we Starmaker John was giving a brief overall history of you to Jay Bird Wells. He basically put you over and talked about how you're basically the greatest thing since sliced bread, my friend.
And now some of that, the audio I'm getting on your end, I'm getting a little bit of the distortion. It could be just the crappy microphones y'all have.
I can hear him better.
Yeah, I got a feeling you're going to have to upgrade to the Bolin Media microphones, maybe the Bolin Media Phantom Power, maybe a mixer. I don't know what y'all got down there, but if you're going to talk to me on my level, you're going to have to upgrade your audio equipment. That's just mandatory.
Well, Mr. Starmaker Bolin, there's nobody on your level, so we're just happy to be below you on that. So you are I'm such a fanboy of yours.
You're happy to blow me. What kind of show is it?
Whoa,
hey, whatever. I mean, I'm like one of your biggest fans, so I mean,
this is how shit gets started, is misunderstandings.
this guy can say about anything to me, and I'm not going to be offended. I am a huge fan of the Star Maker Bolin. This guy is. I have no idea why the WWE never brought him up, because he would have been huge. I mean, friggin' huge if you ever seen any of his stuff.
Word out of anybody. I just hear a very faint.
There. Okay. Do you got us now at all?
I might have overestimated you being sponsored by Disney. Is this sponsored by Campbell's? Y'all have cans over there.
Campbell's.
If it was Disney, we'd be sued.
I got a feeling there's a string and about 4 soup cans laying around there.
I would believe
Pretty
it.
close.
Pretty close, Star Maker.
From what I'm hearing, I don't know if you guys are going into a mixer or not, but the guy that is not Jiggy Jaguar.
I like this guy. Where'd he go?
There he is. He's still there.
Now the girls that what's the girl's name? Do you have a name?
I'm friends with you on my second account as Princess J. Bird Wells.
Princess. Repeat that last name.
J. Bird Wells?
Princess J. Bird Wells. Have we corresponded much?
No.
I don't have a lot of women that like to talk to me for some reason. Maybe because
Why
I call
not?
them toots.
Well, it's because he's friends with
Maybe because I
Cornette.
call them toots. Could be because I call them toots and shortly thereafter ask them for
Oh,
sexual.
please. That's nothing to what I've heard on Jiggy Jaguar's show.
Yeah, Jimmy Jaguar apparently was leading me in the direction of doing this show with and I love Vince Russo. Me and Vince are cool, regardless of how Jimmy Cornette feels about him. But Jimmy Jaguar led me in the direction of this girl that does a lingerie show or something.
Say, who?
You want to Sarah Rusi? That's her.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God, yes.
She's awesome.
I'm sure Sarah is probably a nice girl. Well, I doubt it. But I want to give her the benefit of the doubt. But they called me, her and her co-host. Woo. They got a hold of me, and what they wanted me to do, because they couldn't make the connection work on Google Hangouts, then they put a camera on his laptop. There's Bruce.
Okay.
Getting a lot of background noise. What in the hell is going on over there?
Is there feedback or something?
Let me see.
I'm getting a lot of background noise, over modulation
There we go.
on the guy that's not.
Much better.
Is that gonna work, Star Maker?
Oh, whatever you did there helped. That's much better. It's still not the standards and qualities that we've set over here at the bowling alley, but it's much better.
You know what
the
it's...
Here, the bowling alley starts Wednesday, the 21st, the first day of summer, the summer of bowling. Me and Brian Last forming partnerships. Now you see, Jiggy, why I didn't team with you. I cannot risk. And that ambush you did on Lawler. Saving me for last to get him in a real pissed off mood. And then that led to the bad mood when I just went to Memphis. And he says I barged in on his, well, there's the princess. Hey, she looks slightly above average. Hell yeah.
I like him.
This mic is live. We're doing another show. We just keep doing shows over here at the alley, people. We have done shows, I think, twice a day for the last 2 weeks in preparation for doing press for the brand new bowling alley. And Jimmy Jaguar, he's the one that ambushed Lawler and got him all pissed off at him to begin with.
What was this bull carp about you not liking drama?
I don't like...
Who says they don't like drama?
Me.
I like drama as long as it ain't mine. I like other people's drama. I don't want any drama. And but no, I see the prince. I'm going to try to bring up the princess's profile here. You know my son goes by the prince. You know that, Dave. Get
Does
off me,
he?
dog. Give me a second here. Are you still there?
Yes. We're
Okay,
still
give
here,
me a
Star
second.
Maker.
I'm bringing up. I'll do that medication and stuff you got for me there later, Maya. Well, there we go. There's the profile picture. It looks like she's at a Star Wars convention, dressed as a Wookiee. No, the guy standing by you looks more like a Wookiee than you do. I'll go ahead and click a like on that just because these guys are in the picture with you. Oh my God, you hang out with hideous men, darling. That's all I'm going to tell you. Jeez.
Well, I guess I need to hang out with you then, right?
Yeah, you need to pay money to be seen with me. There's Boba Fett. You're just shocked I even know who that is, don't you?
I finally had revenge on him.
Now we know who you are. You said that you follow me, and that's just fantabulous. And all right. So, why did you all want me on your show today? I was sitting here trying to watch the Cincinnati Reds. My son's getting ready to take me to Olive Garden for Father's Day dinner. I think they're expecting me to buy. That don't sound like much of a Father's Day, but I got that going for me today. I'm in severe back pain. They had to help me get to my desk today to be able to follow up on the thousands and thousands of people wanting information on how they can listen to the brand new Bowling Alley with my new host, Brian Last. The great Brian Last. So I'm going from the great Harry Barnett over in England, who was my host for, I guess about 5 years, to the great Brian Last, who runs the 605 Super Podcast. And I'll be joining him and Austin Idol.
Sweet.
As Austin Idol live over there. Now, little does Austin Idol know, he's getting ready to get his ass handed to him in the ratings, because I've been the king of podcasts for quite some time. I'm now the billion download man. 1 billion downloads in only 11 short seasons of the Bowling Alley. But somehow they claim that I've been doing this 10 years, but yet we've done 11 seasons. Well, that's going to be a lie, because we're starting season 12 on Monday, because I only did 2 shows with that previous host. So we're making this an episode of Dallas. We're just going to wake up and pretend that didn't happen. Dallas is. So we're just going to pretend that never happened. We just took a shower and woke up, and then all of a sudden we were on another show. We're just going to pretend those last 2 didn't even happen. I ain't even going to mention his name. He badmouthed me when I fired him on Jimmy Cornette's show. That was a kind of dick thing to do, but when you don't get my shows on iTunes, when you don't come through with the sponsorships you promised me, when you don't give me the respect I deserve, and when you think you're more over than me, then that's when you learn a valuable lesson. And I had to teach that lesson to one Jerry Lawler. Jerry Lawler might have been a great wrestler. He might have been big in Memphis. And yeah, I was in Memphis, but I'm the king of podcasts. I'm the king of managers. I never tried to lay claim to be the king of wrestling. I laid claim to be the king, and he borrowed my name King to begin with. I loaned it to him when I was 14 years old, and we're going to go all into that on the brand new Bowling Alley, the Summer of Bolin, June 21st, the first day of summer, the first day of bowling.
I love this.
Now, I know this show's great because I'm doing all the talking, but is there anybody over there that'd like to chime in, maybe ask a question or two? Here it is, you all get into these podcasts to interview big stars, and here you're all doing it, and you're not asking any questions. So I'm going to strongly advise that not only the princess do some talking, but Jiggy Jaggy over there, whatever his name is, and the guy who was overmodulated, I haven't heard him speak since his microphone went bad.
He's just geeking out. He's like geeking out.
Hey, well, you're talking while I'm talking, and that's very rude. You shouldn't do that.
That's why we weren't talking.
What you do is when we hang up here today, and when I get done talking and making your show for you, you all begged me to come on. I didn't beg to come on yours. I've been doing about 5 podcasts a day for about get down, dog. I'll feed you later. And see, I'm always got constant interruptions going on over here. But if I don't see an order form in my inbox, either on Twitter or Facebook, for 3 brand new Bolin Media microphones with the Phantom Power, you can buy your own Phantom Power. I don't give a shit what you use. You're going to buy your microphones for me, and you're going to upgrade this quality. And then when you speak to me, I bet I sound like gold over there, don't I? I know that little girl thinks that. The little princess thinks I sound good, don't you?
Yeah, it's like...
If you're really nice to me, if you're really kind, you won't have to hang out with ugly guys anymore. You can hang out with me.
I would love to do that.
I bet you would.
You can steal me from Jiggy's show.
That'd be petty theft, darling.
Not really, because I own myself.
All right. So I guess I'm going to shut up a little bit and let you all ask some questions.
John,
I feel like all I've done is podcast for the last 3 weeks. I moved into my new home. We ambushed a guy last night, Jason Marshall. We did an accidental show with him last night. We called him to bitch about some political shit and test out a couple of brand new microphones that I've got for my show here. And we just ordered 4 more. We're really pleased with these. So we're going to have a total of 8 microphones on this show that all sound just as good as this one. And of course, the more I lean in, the more of an FM sound you get. And if you lean back here, then it kind of sounds like this. Or I can go over here to microphone 2, the blue microphone. Everybody thinks that microphone sucks because that's the Kentucky Wildcats colors, and everybody knows they blow cock. So I don't know why I have a blue microphone in here. I may do something about that. I'll probably sell this one and just go with all red microphones or something. Right now, I got 4 different colors. So back over here to the microphone I'm more comfortable on because my back hurts and it hurts to lean over to the blue microphone. And I don't like to lean right anyway. Anybody that leans right can, well, never mind.
John.
Don't get off on another political rant. But no, we called Jason Marshall's show. We ambushed him last night, and we didn't know he was recording because we woke him up. I say his show. We contacted the man that hosts the Jason Marshall comedy show. Well, I said, that's a damn shame you weren't recording this because this has been about an hour of the funniest shit you'll ever hear. And my lovely daughter-in-law had joined me. And he says, well, I did hit record because anytime you call, it's normally funny. And I thought maybe I should hit record. He said, so I've been recording the last 1 hour and 2 minutes. I said, you're shitting me. So, and I'd just done 90 minutes with him the night before, and he was wanting me to talk with him about what I wanted to air and what I didn't. I said, well, if I said it, air it. I don't give a shit. So, all right. Well, I've been begging y'all to talk and ask questions.
Go,
come on,
John, go.
Come on out loud.
Okay, when did you first get involved? I remember seeing you back doing an interview with Nick Goulas when they were doing the storyline in Memphis.
That was the first ever time. That was the first ever time that I'd ever been on a wrestling television show, and it just hit me the other day what the name of that group was. Someone. So, do you remember what Goulas's group was? And I sat there and I kept calling it Global World Organization or something. I couldn't remember, but it was WOW. Wow, World Organizational Wrestling. And that was the first time I'd ever been on air to do a wrestling, and it probably showed too. But I interviewed George and Nick Goulas, and there's not a lot of film floating around of anybody who interviewed those two. And I'm sure there's some out there, but it ain't easy to find because I looked for it. Yeah, and you do sound a lot better, by the way, the guy that's not Jiggy Jaguar. What's your name?
That's my new nickname for you.
Who's your favorite guy in OVW?
You didn't give me your name. I'm not going to answer any more questions. You give your name. This is a federal investigation here, just like with Donald Trump. I've asked you your name. You're not going to plead the fifth. You're not going to say I don't recollect. You're not going to say, well, I'm going to impose executive privilege that you don't have. I want your name, boy.
My name is John, sir. John Mosier, sir.
I like the John, not Jiggy.
And move on to this interview.
But out of all the guys that you managed in OVW, who was the easiest to work with? Who was probably, or were there people, you don't have to say it if you don't want to, that you
I'll say it. I don't give a damn.
Well, I know that. I want to be proper to you, sir, because you have no idea.
John Moser, you must be from Canada. You sound like John Moser, the Canadian hoser, because everyone knows Canadians ain't got no sense of humor, and you sound like a serious guy. You sound like you don't want to get into anything funny. You don't want any comedy. You don't want any ha-ha in here. Just stick to the facts, Mr. Bolin. Just stick to the facts.
I've been begging Jiggy for like a month and a half to get you back on because I'm such a huge fan.
Well, in that case, you might not be all that bad a guy, and you might not even actually be from Canada. So I'm sorry I said that.
Yeah, right, he's your number one fan.
Who is he? He's John Moser's my number one fan.
Yes.
Oh,
well, he ain't much of a fan because he never writes me, never talks to me, never calls me, never buys me dinner.
That would be a stalker.
Well, that's because you live in Louisville and I live all the way in Kansas. But if you're in Kansas, I run a restaurant. I would buy you dinner when you come in Kansas.
A real fan would come from Kansas and bring me dinner. So there you go.
If I had the means, I would do that in a heartbeat, sir.
What do you do for a living? What do you do for a living?
I manage a sports bar and grill.
Well, hell, you got a food base there. It sounds like so you do me to come there and eat is what you're telling me.
So I'm saying if you came into Kansas,
yeah,
you would be able to eat for free at my restaurant.
Wow, goddamn.
He won't let me eat for free, so.
Oh, wait a minute. We might be onto something here. Will you send me gas money?
Sorry, he kind of brings up somebody else.
Will you send him gas money, John?
Yeah, I need trans. I mean, we'll turn this into a personal appearance. I'll bring all my merchandise. I'll come down there.
You want to get with Dan.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll come down there. I'll bring my beautiful crown that Jerry Lawler gave me that he claimed he didn't give me. I'll bring my books. I'll probably Scrooge you too. The actually true stories of Kenny Bolin. I'll bring a bunch of those. I'll bring my new hot seller Bolin balls. That's the part the princess likes. Balls, and I have the Bolin balls. They come in yellow, white. Maya's favorite is the black. We got the very racist white Bolin balls, and then the personal favorite of the country, Bolin's blue balls. Everybody likes to have a couple of Bolin's blue balls. They really do. They're spherical speakers, people. Get your goddamn heads out of the gutter. They're the goddamn blue speakers. I ain't selling my balls on the internet for crying out loud, you goofs. People are just fucking stupid. You know what? Thinking I'm selling my balls. I heard Princess, I'm going to get Bolin's blue balls. You get 2 of them.
I want purple.
Purple, well, if you do your job right, that might be what they are.
Well, she was thinking about doing webcam stuff maybe to make extra money. So,
well, yeah, you're right. They might pay her to stay off the air.
They might pay me to stop singing.
You laugh as much as that joke, did you? Where's Jiggy?
I'm right here, Star Maker. I'm just marking out.
I think he fixed the cam so he could see my face blushing red, purple,
Jenny
and
Cornette
pink.
once said when Kenny Bolin went on the air, people couldn't breathe in it. So that was just my way of getting a shot at somebody being on the air.
You know, Star Maker, John's onto something. He's in the process of putting this together in his head to have you come to Kansas.
Oh, I would love it.
Now, what city in Kansas are you in? Because I normally don't travel more than 250 miles, even if my life depends on it.
It's way farther than that. We're in Wichita.
What's that?
We're in Wichita. It's the biggest city in Kansas, as in population.
Well, there's a reason that team goes by the Shockers. I've heard about
Well, that's because we Shockers, yeah, you know. We almost beat Kentucky.
No, actually, a guy I used to work with in sales and marketing at Royal Prestige back in the day. He was a Baptist minister, and he also graduated and played baseball for the college team, the Wichita State Shockers. So that's the reason I knew a fair amount about him. And plus, those assholes beat my Louisville Cardinals in the tournament one year, and I didn't take too kindly to that either. So I got a little heat with you guys in Wichita, so I may come there and settle up with that 1990s or 2000s basketball team that beat us, but way back when.
I would love to have you come down here. But we also...
Well, the key is do you have paying customers that would like to come and see me there?
Yeah, we do. There's about 3 or 4 different indie federations that run down here, but one I work with is called Total Action Zone Wrestling. Used to be a wrestler.
Do I sound like a 57-year-old man? I still got the mind of a 24-year-old young man. I just got the body of an 80-year-old man. That's the problem.
It's all right. I got the knees and stuff of an 80-year-old man now from trying to play wrestler, but
I got the sexual desire of a 78-year-old man, so I haven't quite caught up to my body yet.
78-year-old man on Viagra overdose?
Hey baby, you want it?
Hey, I just have blue. I got the blue balls, not the blue pills.
Yeah, Kenny was talking about sometime, he said if it lasted more than 4 hours, he was just going to film it and sell it on the internet. So.
I think that would probably be a good idea. If the erection lasts more than 4 hours, ought to be, get 2 dates instead of 1.
Yeah, you ought to be on the world record list for that. I mean, hey. Mr. Bolin, how was your
world
podcast going to be?
I had some 13-hour nights before.
I can believe that, trust me. Is your podcast
30 minutes of sex and 12 and a half hours of idle conversation.
You didn't have Jewish foreplay where it's
I'm a cuddler.
It's Jewish foreplay, it's like 2.5 hours of begging and 1.5 hours, about 5 minutes of actual sex. But hey.
So what all do you sell in your bar and grill? You're starting to catch my interest. Of course, we haven't talked about trans and appearance fees and all that, but what do you sell in your bar and grill?
Just a lot of burgers and different stuff. I've kind of revamped.
Well, I love a lot of burgers, so we're off to a good start.
Well, hey. But the biggest thing I want to ask is on your podcast, because I'm such a huge fan of yours. I would love to get it out there. Is it just? Are you going to be individual like Austin Idols? Or are you going to be syndicated through MLW?
No. MLW couldn't afford me if their life depended on it. They got people jumping off that ship over there like the Titanic's on fire and hit an iceberg. No. Play with MLW. I'm part of the Arcadian Vanguard Network.
Okay.
That Brian Last has put together. And right now, just the 3 big dogs they got are Brian's 605 podcast, which he calls the mothership. But when I come on the air, they're going to start calling him the motherfucker because they're awful glad I showed up. And then you got Austin Idol Live, and he was a big deal in the wrestling business way back when black and white television was a big deal. And he used to fight with Jerry Lawler, and I've seen the black and white films and all that they used to do way back when. But this is a new era, and And what's strange is here I'm a 57-year-old man, but if you check my Twitter and if you check my Facebook accounts, most of my fans, for whatever reason, are way younger than me. Mainly because I delete any woman over 25, so that probably has a little something to do with that.
You're screwed there, Jay.
I'm screwed there.
What's that? You're screwed? Well, hell,
She's over
shouldn't have told me how old you
Star
were. You're
Maker,
gone.
sorry.
You'll be deleted by the end of this conversation. I had no idea you was over 25. I guess that those masks you're wearing on your profile pictures, it kind of threw me off a little bit.
My Darth Maul belly dancing
I don't know what
outfit.
y'all had on earlier than this show, but I guarantee I'm blowing it away, ain't it? Just whoever else was on that people have already forgot about.
You are by far blowing it away. I mean,
John is in the process, Star Maker, of putting together this appearance for you to come to Kansas. Sign autographs, maybe do a run-in.
Well, what we're going to do, I'm not much on flying these days, mainly because I don't like paying for 2 seats. But if we talk my son into making the trip, and it's maybe, hopefully not a whole lot further than Memphis, and it probably is.
it is, trust me.
How many hours drive would that be?
I trained for a job, got stuck in Indianapolis, and then they had us go to Nashville.
If you were in Indianapolis, you weren't stuck, I'll promise you that.
Oh, yeah, I was, trust me on that one. But
No man would ever be in Indianapolis under his own will. I know you were held hostage, so you don't even have to explain yourself.
good, I appreciate that. When we drove through, it's from Nashville, it's not quite 11 hours, so.
Oh my God!
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a fun little drive.
I guess you might be buying me 2 plane tickets here before long. Now I've understood that Southwest Airlines they take pity on fat people, and even though I've lost 130 pounds, I still qualify a fat guy according to Southwest Airlines. But I got a friend of mine who's a big 400-pounder himself that runs wrestling shows out in Las Vegas. And he's telling me he can fly me to Vegas and that they will automatically give fat people a 2 seats and only charge them for 1. So maybe, well, goddamn, I can't get Cornette on a plane. I was going to say maybe just to get more bang for your buck, me and Jimmy could come to your thing.
Oh, wow. I like Jim Cornette. I know it's going to sound weird.
But Jimmy won't go anywhere for less than $2,000, and I work for less than he does because he needs the money. And I don't know, man. If I could get him on a plane, I don't know. I don't want to be in a vehicle with him for 12 hours. He's got no bladder. He pulls over every 40 minutes to pee.
I mean, OVW hasn't been the same since you haven't been around there, so.
Well, I've seen a few of those shows, and you're right there, and I don't know if I was the one that was helping it or not or saving it, but goddamn, it's gotten bad over there.
Yeah, well, I mean.
The sad thing is, I'm embarrassed to even say I was there. That show's gotten so bad. And Danny don't care. He sits in the back and watches porn or whatever the hell he does. And Dean Hill's the pretend owner. He don't own it shit. He still works 3 jobs and barely can pay rent on his own fucking double wide trailer. So I don't know shit. It's all a pretend world over there. But I know some guys that went up and tried out for the WWE that were at OVW. One of them's a dear friend of mine named Rocco Bellagio, and what they were told by the WWE trainers is, well, why don't you go somewhere else to get some training, get the stink of OVW off from you, and then maybe we'll give you another look in a couple of years.
Yeah,
so that's not me saying that. That's what some trainers in WWE said. And I'll say allegedly to keep from getting sued for saying that, but that's what I was told. And I was told that by way more than one person who's had tryouts in the WWE.
Hey.
That's pretty much. And if you've noticed since I've left, no one from WWE's been called up. Now, do you realize how many were called up when I was there?
Oh, I know. You were part of the reason I think they got called up, so.
Well, let's put it this way. Sin was the manager there, and she had one person called up, and that was Dave Bautista. Well, she can take credit for that one. That's one I didn't want credit for to begin with, so she can have that one. I sent 54 up, and then the rest of the company, I think, in a total of 80 over a year period.
And
54 out of me, 1 out of Sin, and then the balance was sent by the rest of the company, which that would be the baby faces, because I've managed all the heels except Batista, and if he could be a heel, then I would have had him. So, and they had to turn him baby face because he didn't know how to be a heel. You know, he wouldn't, for what he had to work with, he wasn't getting over as a heel at all. And they ended up having to turn him babyface. And then he starts bad-mouthing OVW and said he didn't learn anything. I said, well, that was obvious. We knew that when he was here. And then he blamed on getting sick a lot because we made him shave his head. I said, well, you stupid fuck. If that was the case, 88% of the NBA would be sick.
We've got star maker Kenny Bolin with us today on Skype. We have Jay
Is it time for
Wells.
commercial break? We got to go to a break?
No. I'm just reintroducing everybody because it's top of the hour. We've got John Mosier. We've got Michael, as I call him, Michael Nagy.
It's not the Canadian
Nagy.
hoser, by the way.
Nagy.
I'm the non-Canadian.
Wichita.
It's like a huge fanboy of yours. So.
He's a lineman for the Wichita County Sheriff's Office.
There you go.
And we're gonna be
lineman for the county.
and we're gonna be joined by porn star Lexi Luna here in a few moments. Can you hang out with us, Star Maker, for
I
Lexi?
hang with Lexi Luna. I'm sure I can. I'll hang out with her here on this show.
Yes.
Star Lexi Luna. Well, somebody send me a picture of her, and I'll see if I want to hang with her or not.
Her, bring her in. Lexi Luna.